How do you say no without feeling guilty? Deciding to add the word no to your toolbox is no small thing. Perhaps you already say no, but not as much as you would like. Maybe you have an instinct that if you were to learn the art of no, that you could finally create more time for things you care about. But let's be honest, using the word no doesn't come easily for many people. 3 rules of thumbs for saying no. 1. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Let's face it, it is hard to say no. Setting boundaries around your time, especially you haven't done it much in the past, will feel awkward. Your comfort zone is yes, so it's time to challenge that and step outside that. If you need help getting out of your comfort zone, check out this article. 2. You are the air traffic controller of your time. When you want to learn how to say no, remember that you are the only one who understands the demands for your time. Think about it, who else knows about all of the demands in your life? No one. Only you are at the center of all of these requests. You are the only one that understands what time you really have. 3. Saying no means saying yes to something that matters. When we decide not to do something, it means we can say yes to something else that we may care more about. You have a unique opportunity to decide how you spend your precious time. 6 ways to start saying no. Incorporating that little word no into your life can be transformational. Turning some things down will mean you can open doors to what really matters. Here are some essential tips to learn the art of no. 1. Check in with your obligation meter. One of the biggest challenges to saying no is a feeling of obligation. Do you feel you have a responsibility to say yes and worry that saying no will reflect poorly on you? Ask yourself whether you truly have the duty to say yes. Check your assumptions or beliefs about whether you carry the responsibility to say yes. Turn it around and instead ask what duty you owe to yourself. 2. Resist the fear of missing out, FOMO. Do you have a fear of missing out, FOMO? FOMO can follow us around in so many ways. At work, we volunteer our time because we fear we won't move ahead. In our personal lives, we agree to join the crowd because of FOMO, even while we ourselves aren't enjoying the fun. Check in with yourself. Are you saying yes because of FOMO or because you really want to say yes? More often than not, running after fear doesn't make us feel better too. 3. Check your assumptions about what it means to say no. Do you dread the reaction you will get if you say no? Often, we say yes because we worry about how others will respond or because of the consequences. We may be afraid to disappoint others or think we will lose their respect. We often forget how much we are disappointing ourselves along the way. Keep in mind that saying no can be exactly what is needed to send the right message that you have limited time. In the tips below, you will see how to communicate your no in a gentle and loving way. You might disappoint someone initially, but drawing a boundary can bring you the freedom you need so that you can give freely of yourself when you truly want to. And it will often help others have more respect for you and your boundaries, not less. 4. When the request comes in, sit on it. Sometimes, when we are in the moment, we instinctively agree. The request might make sense at first. Or we typically have said yes to this request in the past. Give yourself a little time to reflect on whether you really have the time or can do the task properly. You may decide the best option is to say no. There is no harm in giving yourself the time to decide. 5. Communicate your no with transparency and kindness. When you are ready to tell someone no, communicate your decision clearly. The message can be open and honest, free to ensure the recipient that your reasons have to do with your limited time. Resist the temptation not to respond or communicate. But do not feel obligated to provide a lengthy account about why you are saying no. Clear communication with a short explanation is all that is needed. I have found it useful to tell people that I have many demands and need to be careful with how I allocate my time. I will sometimes say I really appreciate that they came to me for them to check in again if the opportunity arises another time. 6. Consider how to use a modified no. If you are under pressure to say yes but want to say no, you may want to consider downgrading a yes to a yes, but as this will give you an opportunity to condition your agreement to what works best for you. Sometimes, the condition can be to do the task, but not in the time frame that was originally requested. Or perhaps you can do part of what has been asked. Beginning right now, you can change how you respond to requests for your time. When the request comes in, take yourself off autopilot where you might normally say yes. Use the request as a way to draw a healthy boundary around your time,